The Bay Area's rock station, 107.7 The Bone.
It's the best of all worlds tonight. Sammy Hagar is here to take your calls. 1-800-344-ROCK. The line's been jammed up since, about a half hour before the show began, actually. RocklineRadio.com. I mentioned it a moment ago. You can see who's coming up. James Taylor is on next week. I know, Sammy, he's one of your favorite singers ever, isn't he?
Oh, man, I think James is not only such a smooth voice like Jimmy Reed, he's awesome to start with, but he's such a cool guy. When you hang with James, man, he is so cool. He is mellow and smooth, man. It's like, I'm telling you, I love the guy. He's really one of my favorite artists, and that seems so unlikely, but he really is. I've hung with him at a couple different cities. I went to see him in L.A. and hung with him backstage a little bit afterwards, and with a bridge benefit up here with Neil Young's show, and he was in my dressing room all night. We were just laughing and slapping hands, going off on Jimmy Reed. You know, I don't know. I just really dig the guy. He's very cool. I left him a good question, though.
Yeah, that'll be the encore question next week. We'll play that next week. He's bringing an acoustic guitar, so he's going to play a couple of live things for us. Then
One
Glenn
of the
Hughes.
greatest voices ever.
Glenn Hughes will be in the week after that. I mentioned a moment ago, Chad Smith on the kit, and they're going to plug in and play live about 45, 50 minutes on Rockline. And then our Christmas show this year is Trans-Siberian Orchestra live in the Rockline studio, plugged in electric. So we got good stuff coming your way, as always. Time now for the encore questions brought to you by Radio Shack. Here's Kip Winger for Sammy.
Hey, this is Kip Winger, and I've got a question for Sammy Hagar. I got two questions, actually. What car were you driving when you wrote I Can't Drive 55? And the other one is, why did you write all that stuff so high? Because I had to do that, too, and I can't sing it anymore.
Well, the first thing, the car. Hi, Kip. Kip showed up at the opening of the Cabo Wabo Cantina in Cabo when Van Halen opened it, and Kip was there. So he's a good guy. He's a good singer, by the way. Good bass player, too. But I was driving a 512 Boxer, an 83 512 Berlinetta Boxer, and I still have that car, and it's an amazing car. I bought it new. And let's see, why did I sing so high? Well, listen, you get all excited, you're all pumped up and jacked up, and it's funny because I can still hit all the notes on stage, but sometimes, I'm sitting around the house or just got a guitar on in the studio, and I hit a chord and try to hit some of the big high notes, and I'm going, woo, man, I don't know if I can hit that note today. But, you walk out on stage, Kip, as you well know, and that audience will make you sing a little bit higher. Always, they squeeze your, just a little bit.
Yeah, climb the ladder that way. There you go. So the Porsche Black, right?
No, it's not a Porsche. It's a Ferrari 512
Ferrari.
BB 512
that's
Boxer.
right. Yeah.
It's an I Can't Drive 55 video. It's chasing the cops around. Like I say, still have that car. I love that car.
I don't think I've seen you drive any car that wasn't black.
Well, I got about 4 or 5 black cars. Let's not go there, Bob. Listen, this is a music program.
Okay.
You want to talk cars? Let's talk cars on a car program.
Let's talk something else. This is not Carline. It's Rockline. Let's talk to Karen. She's in San Jose. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Sammy. How are you?
Hi, Doctor? Dr. Karen?
No.
Oh, talk to Karen. I thought he said Dr.
No,
Karen.
talk to,
I'm going,
just
what
Karen,
I need right now. Doc, I need help. Okay, hi, Karen. Never mind, Karen.
Hi, Sammy.
Hi.
Hi. My husband and I are huge fans of yours. We just saw you guys in Fresno. It was awesome.
Oh, great. You must have, that's really great that you got in. That was kind of a special thing. Only 800 people got in, I think.
Yeah, it was awesome. We had a really, really good time. We got in just from being on the list, I guess.
Well, we really loved that show, and I'd rather not get into the difficulties of what's going on in Fresno because there's some problems down there. See, I don't own the Cabo Wabo in Fresno because there's reasons with the Tide House law because I own a liquor company. I can't own a place that serves my liquor. I can only license it, so I license it to a guy, and there's a lot of people complaining they're not being paid and stuff, making me look bad like I'm chinsing people when the place is doing awesome business. It's packed all the time, and so I went down to see how it was doing, and I loved the place. It was awesome, so hopefully we'll get that thing cleaned up and everything going good.
Yeah, I agree. So anyways, I was wondering what you thought of the election.
Oh, Karen, you're trying to bring up some stuff. See, I'm one of those guys who will never tell anyone who I would vote for or what I would, my political beliefs are that much. I try to keep that to myself, even though in the world today, there's no way to keep anything to yourself because of the internet. You do one thing and make one blurb and the whole world goes, hey, Sammy's this or Sammy's that. The truth of the matter is, I want to just make one comment. I didn't start off a Barack Obama fan. I thought it was a far stretch. I thought he was a little bit weak, and he gained momentum, and he really got strong and got his act together. And he has that was one of the most brilliant campaigns I've ever seen in the history of the elections. He really strategized that thing, him and his team. I think he's got an awesome team. I think he's obviously an extremely smart man. And if I'm really hoping he gets everything done that he's talking about doing, because that was my lack of confidence in Barack, was that it was biting off a big deal, and I didn't think he had the political experience and the political maybe clout and to go in there and get it done. And I'm still not sure. But if he does and can, I think we're in for some great future ahead of us. We may go through some crazy rocky times right now. But more than any of that, I'm so impressed that a person, and that shows how great America is, that we can have a person that their heritage came from slavery, and that those people, someone can actually rise to be the president of the United States only in America. And I'm so proud of that. And I think that statement alone makes me proud to say Barack Obama is our president to the rest of the world, especially the big, bone goes up to the rest of the world saying, hey, look what we can do, and look how much freedom we have as people, and we can vote whoever we want into this office, and it's real, because this guy had everything going against him. So that's the most impressive thing I have about the election.
I think regardless of who any of us voted for, it's difficult to not have sensed the history last night. Really remarkable.
Yeah, and the stretch to see it come together and really work and win. It's awesome achievement. I got to tell you, man, I'm super impressed. And like I said, I hope that Barack does everything that he's planning to do, and what he has in mind, and maybe comes back to the middle just a little bit for us us kind of people that are like older, saying, gee, I don't know if I want too much change, for the good, yeah, but I don't want to suffer. Us selfish folks up here, I think it's really an amazing times, and I'm excited. The young people really came out for him. He really put his finger on the pulse of America, and hey, that's what you're supposed to do, man. He did what he was supposed to do, and won. Damn. It's amazing.
Karen, thanks for calling. Thanks for joining us. Glad you enjoyed the Fresno show. We'll head to Boston and talk to Dan. Welcome to Rockline. You're home with Sammy Hagar, Dan.
Hey,
Dan, how'd you like the Boston? What'd you think about that Boston Tea Party, huh?
It had a historic
I wish
aspect
they'd
to
fill
it.
up the Charles River with some Cabo. Then we'd be all set.
I might be able to help you. The problem is the boat doesn't come around that side. It comes up the West Coast. So if it's going to break, it's going to be down there around San Diego someplace.
Hey, Sammy, I got a question about the new album. One of my favorite songs off the new album is a song called Loud, which I got to hear a few times down at the Bash a few weeks ago.
Oh, man, Charles.
Which is a great time, as always. Don't ever stop doing them, because we'll just keep coming. But anyway, that's one of my favorite songs. I know it was written by one of my favorite songwriters, John Eddy from Jersey. And I know you have a little bit of a connection with Kenny Aronson, his bass player, used to be in your HSAS band back in the early 80s. But can you tell us a little bit about how John got that song to you, and what you thought when you first heard it, and if you think it's might be released as a single at some point?
Charles, that is more information than I could have even given the folks. That is awesome, because there is a deep connection there, because, of Kenny Aronson going back to HSAS, and a dear friend of mine from Las Vegas, Don Marandino, the guy who's really responsible for building the Cabo Wabo in Lake Tahoe. And he's back in Las Vegas now again. He's good friends with John Eddy because he's from the East Coast, and he introduced me to John Eddy, and I had a show in Las Vegas I did for him years ago, and he put John Eddy on the bill, and I walk out and to see that, because he's going, oh, you got to see this guy, he's the best songwriter, he's as good as Springsteen, and I look up there and I see Kenny Aronson playing bass with him, and I'm going, oh man, this is way too coincidental. So I became friends with John, and Don Marandino was always on my case about not having a new anthem. You need a new anthem. You need a new heavy metal. You need I Can't Drive 55. You need One Way to Rock. You need this. You need that. And I'm going, well, listen, I'm writing the best songs I can. So he gets John Eddy secretly to write this song for me about myself, Loud. He told John, write a song for Sammy about him. Like, what do you think about when you think about Sammy? And John Eddy said, he's kind of loud. His music's loud. He dresses loud. His cars are loud. He talks loud. He sings loud. So he wrote this song, and when I heard it, I had goosebumps from head to toe. Practically had them surgically removed so I could go on with my life. And here it is. It's really maybe my favorite song on this album. This song could have been on the Red album. This song could have been on Standing Hampton. This could have been on the OU 812. This song could have been on any records I've ever sang on in my life, and it would have fit perfectly in any time. It's timeless because it's the real deal. And John Eddie is a great songwriter.
107.7 The Bone.
Streaming online at 1077thebone.com.